Hey there, wonderful grade 12s. Welcome to Educate. Let us do this question 1.5. The diagram below represents some structures involved in homeostasis in the human body. So now here you are given basically the endocrine system and homeostasis. That's the topic, and this is extracted from November 2024 paper. Now you can see that we've got a couple of labels here. We'll just label them as we answer the question so that we try kind of shorten shorten waste of time and collect more marks. All right, 1.5.1, write the letters of the parts that serve as endocrine glands only. Remember, the endocrine glands are the glands that release hormones. So basically, for us to classify endocrine glands, we look at two things. An endocrine gland must be able to release a hormone, and it must make sure that that hormone is being released into the blood. That's why we say it's an endocrine gland, so into the blood. Whereas an exocrine, it secretes things into a duct. So basically here we know couple of glands that secrete couple of hormones. We can look at those letters. So here you can see that it is 2 marks. So I think they need at least 2. But then here let's just write all of them. So you can see that A is the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland serves as an endocrine gland only. Okay, look at this question carefully. They say an endocrine gland only. Remember, some of the glands, they can act as both endocrine gland as well as exocrine gland. So what do I mean by that? I mean that they can be able to secrete hormones, and at the same time they can be able to secrete fluids into ducts like exocrine glands do. So basically the endocrine, here we are looking for those which are going to be endocrine glands only, and it is 2 marks. So we need to be very careful in identifying. So we can say that part A, or we can say gland A, which is the pituitary gland here. So this is the pituitary gland or the hypophysis. The hypophysis, it is just an endocrine gland because it is known as the master gland. It secretes 5 hormones. Okay, at least for grade 12, it secretes 5 hormones. So we say A, because here it says write down the letters, not the names. So make sure that you abide to the instruction. If you write the name, it's wrong. So now it is A. And then which other gland can we see here that will be able to secrete hormones only? All right. If we look at D, it is just below the stomach. Remember that this gland that is found below the stomach that looks like a leaf-like shape, it is known as the pancreas. So the pancreas, yes, it is an endocrine gland to an extent, but it can also act as an exocrine gland. Why do I say that? The pancreas, remember, it is able to produce insulin and glucagon as hormones to be able to reduce or to control or to regulate the blood glucose level or the blood sugar level. For example, when you eat a lot of sugar, we need insulin to reduce that sugar by converting it to glycogen and store it in the liver. Or when you've got low sugar levels, we need glucagon, and all of those are secreted by pancreas. So the pancreas, or part D, it can act as an endocrine gland for the mere fact that it secretes those 2 hormones. But now, here the question is isolated because the question looked for the letters of the parts that can only act as endocrine glands only. The word only, it means that we are only looking at those which can function as endocrine glands completely. The pancreas can also act as an exocrine gland because remember in grade 11 you were taught that the pancreas secretes pancreatic juices into the duodenum. Okay, it secretes them into the intestine basically, and then it also secretes enzymes, okay, into the ducts. So part D, the pancreas, also acts as an exocrine gland because basically it is able to produce pancreatic juices. So basically, if you didn't understand that concept, try to look at my video on the digestive system for grade 11s. So basically, D cannot be an option because it can also be an exocrine gland. It is not only an endocrine gland on its own. Look at F. F, here we have got F, and F, it is the adrenal gland. So the adrenal gland, basically, we know that the adrenal gland here, it is just above the kidney. So this is the adrenal gland. It is found on top of this bean-shaped kidney. So you see that the kidney looks like uponchis, and on top of it we have got this adrenal gland. So the adrenal gland, it is completely an endocrine gland because it secretes two hormones. It secretes aldosterone, the one that is used to reduce the salt levels or to regulate the salt levels in the blood, and it also secretes adrenaline as well. So there are two hormones. It is aldosterone as well as adrenaline. And we do not hear of the adrenal gland secreting anything into ducts. So basically, we can just say that the adrenal gland, it can only act as an exocrine gland completely. So it falls as part of the category. So we can say that is A and F. That is why it is 2 marks. So be very careful, grade 12s, in answering this question. We spent 5 minutes on only 2 marks. It's because it's very crucial. Now give the letters and names. Instruction, guys. The letters and names of the parts that are responsible for the regulation of body temperature. So the regulation of body temperature depends on the skin, and according to this diagram we can see something related to the skin because this is pointing at the skin of a human being, and this arrow is showing us the microscopic outlook of what is happening. So here we can see that here we have got something which is part of the skin. Once we talk about the skin, we already know that we are regulating body temperature, or we are reducing body temperature, or we are increasing body temperature, depends on the conditions outside. So here you can see that this is your skin here, the one indicated in black. This is the surface of your skin, and then we have got part B and part C. These are the parts that basically regulate the body temperature. You can see here, we can say that part B here, part B, it is the blood vessels, because you can see that they are just blood vessels. That's how they look. You just kind of have to know them. So these are blood vessels. Remember, they say the letter and the name. You do not get the 4 marks for sleeping. You get the 4 marks for writing sensible things. And part C as well, it is also part of the parts that are responsible for regulating body temperature. Part C, it is the one that plays the most role because part C, it is known as the sweat gland. So the sweat gland, it is the one that releases sweat. So the sweat gland, which is part C, the one that looks like an intestine, that looks like it's rolled, it is the one that produces, or it secretes sweat. So the sweat, basically, remember, when there's a lot of sweat, maybe when it is very hot, you sweat a lot, right? So when it is very hot, you sweat a lot. Oh, that's a rhyme. That's a bar, actually. So when it is hot, you sweat a lot. So when you sweat a lot, what is the sweat going to help you with? It is going to reduce the body temperature because the sweat, it is liquid, so it will just evaporate, and you will end up feeling cooler and cooler and cooler. So basically, the sweat gland plays a role in maintaining or in regulation of body temperature. Then now 1.5.3 says, name the following with regard to the regulation of water content in the blood. Remember, the regulation of water content in the blood, it is known as the osmoregulation. So now they say name that part according to that. Okay, so here they say name the hormone secreted by part A. Part A is the pituitary gland, and we have said that it has got 5 main hormones. It is the growth hormone, it is the FSH, it is the LH, it is prolactin, and it is TSH. So there are 5 hormones. But basically here they say we should name the ones that are with regard to the regulation of water content. Okay, the osmoregulation. Basically, osmoregulation requires you to have the hormone ADH. The hormone ADH, it is not really produced by the pituitary gland. Right? It is not produced by the pituitary gland. It is produced by the hypothalamus, but it is stored in the pituitary gland, or it is then secreted by the pituitary gland. So now you need to know the difference between producing and secreting. All right. So basically, the pituitary gland, that's why they say we should name with regard to the regulation of water content. Okay, they've been specific here. So here we say that the hormone there, it is antidiuretic hormone, that is ADH. If it was biological terms, you were supposed to answer in full, antidiuretic hormone. And then This is A, and then B. Now they say B, the target organ E. They say now name the following. We are naming organ B. We've already identified that organ B. It looks like a bean. It's a bean-shaped organ. It looks like a bean. So an organ that looks like a bean there in the body, it is known as the kidneys. So here we have kidneys. And then there we have it. So we've identified it here. Remember, when we say that the adrenal gland sits on top, it sits on top of the kidney. So basically, it's the target organ. Because remember that when we are controlling the water levels in the blood, the antidiuretic hormone, it is sent to the kidney. So the kidney is the target organ that receives the antidiuretic hormone, and it will start doing all those things that it does so that the water levels in the blood can be maintained or can be regulated. Thank you so much, Metroclans, for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends to also stay tuned.